What's up, everyone? We are doing a track walk on Salt Lake City #1. Let's get right into it. I'm gonna do a left-hander right here. We're gonna go 2, 2, 3. And the easy line here is gonna be on, off, big triple, easy triple, into the bank, Supercross triple, right 180, finish, back onto the start straight the opposite way. I'm gonna go 2, 3 here. We're gonna go whoops. Pretty easy this week, at least in sim. This is really similar to Indy 3, I believe. Indy 2 and 3 were pretty similar, I think. And this track is essentially the same layout. Got a little case life there. These are not my first laps. I did them earlier on stream, but by no means am I an expert on this track right now. Besides, these whoops are real easy. I did go from 1-2 gearing to 1-1 gearing. I noticed on the whoops I was getting a little jumpy, so I decided to go with a little bit more speed, just to get the blitz a little bit better. And then mostly it was for this section right here, this on-off. As I screw it up. I was struggling with the timing of the off, and I wanted to get it the top of first gear, like first gear wide open. That's kind of how I measure a lot of different things. Like I hit the whoops in second wide open, I hit the Supercross triples in second wide open 95% of the time. So I decided to go with a little bit more top speed to get the right timing for that on-off. And it's working out pretty well, besides the last lap, obviously. If I can get it square here. Easy peasy. Perfect timing. Good to go. Like I said, these whoops are real easy this week. Little double. Hard on the brakes. Stay low. That little bump there is a excellent spot to like change your direction of momentum. It's hard to explain, but you can kind of see what I'm doing there. Like you're turning one way, and then you sort of use the bump to transfer your weight the other way. Works pretty well. There is a triple in line here. It's pretty difficult in my opinion, at least for me. I've gotten it like 3 times. Definitely not a race line. Maybe a fast line. But at this point in the game, end of the season, unfortunately, the signups degrade massively towards the end of the season. So you could essentially just sign up and you're in the night show. So I'm not terribly worried about getting the fastest lap. I'm not going to do that triple in the night show ever. Night show. In the night show ever, so it would only be a qualifying thing anyway. And I'm just hitting first wide open on both of those jumps. I forgot to stay in third for that. My fastest lap so far, I believe, is a 56.2, 56.3 maybe. It's not terribly fast, but if I run solid 56s, 57 here or there, in the main event, I should be fine. Depending on my start, I'm hoping for somewhere around top 7, 8. I was unable to race Atlanta 3 last week, unfortunately. Atlanta 2, I got second in the main. That was pretty sweet. That's my best finish of the year, and I was real stoked about that. My main competitors, Alec Horn, he is on another level. Should he be pro? No, he doesn't need to go pro. He can just take the title and walk it home. He'll be pro next year though, for sure. He's a top 10 pro, honestly. He has some consistency issues here and there, but he's got insane speed. He'll be top 10 quality next year for sure in whatever coast he's racing. And then my other competitor is Blake Wickland. Blake used to be actually on my team. And then he wasn't any longer. And he's always had a lot of speed. He took a long break for a while and ended up coming back. He was quite off the pace, honestly, at H1. Houston won first round. Quite off the pace. I would say I was a good bit faster than him. But he's always been real quick. I've always been impressed with his raw speed and raw talent. So, Alec is first in the points. He's going to take it home. I think he's already clinched, actually. Blake is second, and then I'm third in the points, which honestly is pretty sick. I don't even think I've been top 5 in the overall point standings. I actually didn't even make Houston 1. I was not able to qualify. I was planning on racing the open class, which is the amateur 450 class, essentially. I was planning on racing that, and that didn't end up working out. I actually wanted to race it on a 252 stroke. Didn't work out. So at the last minute, I said, you know what? Let's just drop back down to the 250s. And I was able to run a quali time. First round of the year is always the hardest to run a time. I was able to run a quali time in the last session the first session that did not count. It was just after the last session, fortunately. So, didn't make H1. And then the Houston 2, I don't remember exactly how I finished. All I remember is my positions were gaining for a while, and then I believe I got a podium. Maybe around 6 or 7. I was getting like top 10s, a few teens here and there. I'm pretty sure I got a podium. I know I had a heat race win at Houston 2 or 3. And that was pretty awesome. So I got the podium. I'm pretty sure it was either 3rd or 4th. Quote me. Let's jump off the track. I got the podium, and I don't know what happened. The next round, I got like 18th. I just absolutely shit the bed. I don't know what really happened, to be honest. Maybe I got a little overconfident. This whole game is a mental game to me. I have skill. I'm not as fast as some of these guys, but I have the consistency. It's not hard. Hit your marks. Big cliche, but as long as you remember your marks, you're fine. At least I am. So yeah, I did pretty shitty, and then I did pretty bad for 3 or 4 rounds, and then I was just kind of working my way back up, and did like I was like, you know, giving myself the expectation of top 15, top 12-ish, just because I didn't want to keep myself disappointed. And then all of a sudden, it was at Atlanta 1. I think I got top 10 in Atlanta 1. Atlanta 2, I ended up getting 2nd, and I was really pumped about that. It was a pretty big accomplishment for me for this year. I haven't been putting in a ton of time. I haven't really had the time to train like I have in the past. I know a lot of... I'm a little bit older. I have a full-time job. I'm going to school full-time. But don't really have a ton of time, unfortunately, to dedicate to this game. Like I did with my undergrad. But... yeah, so that podium was pretty big to me. You know, the time I was able to spend, I just spend like an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours here and there. I think one of the biggest things that I tried to do this year was hit qualifying Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday. I would race with the novice class in warm-up, obviously. And that really helped me a lot, honestly. I find myself with the best results when I race in warm-up with the novice class. So the way I see it is, if you race the track one day, which like the pros get to do, they obviously don't get this advantage that I'm about to talk about. You race the track one day, you ride it one day. That gets stored in your short-term memory. You know, and do they need to do what I need to do? Probably not. The pros, that is. But I need to see the track multiple times. I need to come back to the track on Friday with a fresh mind, open ideas, and looking for new ways to find speed. Sometimes I will come back to the track and be like, wow, why am I not doing it like this? Or like I'll think about it, like as I'm laying in bed or something. Like, why did I not just hit that one jump like that. And then I come back to it, and then turns out the pros have been hitting it like that from the get-go. And if I just watched some pros do qualifying, I would have figured it out in the first place. But sometimes it takes me a minute to get the track down. But my point is, it gets stored in your long-term memory, especially the track layout, so you don't have to worry about learning the track. Like, this is not, like, this is my second like full sessions on the track. I know the layout. I can just worry about hitting my marks, you know, staying as low as possible on some of the jumps, blitzing the whoops, you know, stuff like that. So if you're nailing this track, you know, 3 or 4 times and not even on separate days, but just like take like a 2 or 3, 4 hour break in between your sessions of like, I don't know, an hour each, and it will do you wonders. Like, you cannot, I mean, it's just like studying for school. Like, you can't just cram. I mean, as much as you want to think that you're gonna do better if you cram, you're not. If you see the material 3, 4, 5 times, you're gonna retain it so much better. So I kind of look at racing in a similar manner. And I'm not saying I'm amazing or anything, but I've had some okay results here and there. Wrong gear through there. See, I come into that turn and try to push too much, and then I slide out there. Nope. So I was talking about earlier. I changed my gearing to, I think I was talking about this. I changed it from 1-2 to 1-1, and I'm able to hit the Supercross triples wide open in second. I was able to before, actually, and I was hitting them a little bit cleaner. And by cleaner, I mean like the landing of the downside of the landing just a little bit cleaner. When I changed my gearing to hit the whoops better 1 and 2, the on-off in first, I did notice that I was over jumping the Supercross triples a little bit, and the way that I counteracted that balance or lack of balance was just to scrub a little bit harder. So if you can use your gearing to make major changes in a somewhat technical rhythm section, and then just adapt slightly here and there, that's going to be a big advantage. All right, well, that was two sessions on Salt Lake City 1. I'm going to try to do this for Salt Lake City 2, and then I'm hoping to be able to do this for all of the nationals as well. They should be starting up here. Usually they're in May. I think they're starting a little bit later this year, so in a couple weeks. Tune into my Twitch channel. Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, I will be live. We start with novice, and then we go through 250 AMs and 450 AMs. It's similar to it's the exact same as the pro schedule. So, we will be racing Salt Lake City 1 here, and then next Sunday, a week after tomorrow, we'll be racing Salt Lake City 2. So, make sure to tune in for those. If you don't catch them on Twitch, I'll be uploading those to YouTube. Unless I get last, I'm just going to skip those because that's embarrassing anyway. So, so yeah, I'm hoping to do some more track walks here. Let me know down in the comments below. Another cliche there. What you want to see. If you want to drop a track link or a track name, I can give it a shot and give you my first impressions, and then give you a little bit of a hot lap and my thoughts about the track. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you next time.